What's up, guys? I'm back today. I told you I would be on the eve of the Serie A championship starting, and I just got word that the Azzurri, they hired Luciano Spalletti as the next Italian manager. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really want to talk about that in depth right now because I'm here to talk about my predictions for the Italian championship. But I think he deserves a chance, and hopefully, he leaves some of these players out that Mancini was getting, and he puts some new blood in there. So back to the Campionato. It starts tomorrow. For us, our game of the day is Inter versus Monza, the reigning defending champions. Napoli, they're going to be in action too against Frosinone. And but to get down to it, I'm going to be talking about the top four in Italy. Who's going to make the Champions League spots? The fifth place, who's going to make the Europa League? And the sixth place, who's going to make the Conference League? And we're going to have the three relegated spots as well. So to start with it, this championship is probably going to be the most fierce in all of the championships in Europe. I really don't care what anybody has to say about the Premier League. The La Liga, there's only one or two teams, and in the Bundesliga, you know who the team is over there. We're talking about in the Serie A, we have so many teams that are looking to get into the Champions League and win the Campionato. We're talking about, obviously, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter, Napoli. We're talking about Atalanta, Fiorentina. We're talking about Lazio, Roma, and teams like that. So you don't want to miss the Serie A this year for sure. It's gonna be a very tough competition. There's so many teams that are looking to get in the top floor and to win the championship. So there was, I'm gonna start with, who I think will make the Conference League, and it's going to be tough. I'm going to go with Lazio. I know they lost Milinkovic-Savic, but I think they won't finish top four this year. They have Champions League to contend with. They don't have that deep of a squad, so I'm going to go with Lazio. And for Europa League, I'm going to go with, it's going to be Roma again. I don't see them breaking into the top four. There's just too much competition. And for me, we're going to be seeing in the top four, we're going to have Napoli, AC Milan, Inter, and Juventus. For me, I think that Inter is going to win the Italian championship. They still have a lot of players from their team last year. They got a coach that helped them go to the Champions League final. So I definitely think Inter, they are going to, they're my pick to win the Scudetto. With Juventus, a close second. AC Milan, they're going to be third, and Napoli is going to be fourth. I don't trust Napoli to repeat. I mean, last year was the first time in over 30 years that they won the Campionato. So, plus they don't have their coach. Like I said, Spalletti's on the Azzurri squad. They have this guy, Rudy Garcia. I know he's been a coach at Roma before, but I mean, I think it's going to be hard for him to get anywhere near the top. He's a new coach. He never was a top coach. When he was with Roma, he did not, win the championship. So I don't see it happening for him over here. Plus, Napoli, I mean, they still have pretty much the core. They lost their central defender, He went to Bayern, but overall they pretty much kept the squad, and they should be a good team. My only concern is that they lost their central defender. Who's going to replace them? I know they got Rachmani and Juan Jesus. They're going to play in the central defender starting tomorrow. But like I said, they also got a new coach. I'm glad to see Raspadori. I saw he was in the probable formation for the game tomorrow, right midfielder. And, I'm glad to see he's going to be playing. So I'm going to say Napoli's going to go number 4. They will definitely get in the Champions League. For number 3, like I said, it's going to be AC Milan. I know they brought in Pulisic and they brought in, Loftus-Cheek and Chukwueze and these guys. But my concern with the team is that they don't, the defenders. I'm not sure that these guys, they're going to be able to, keep clean sheets. And another thing that I'm not happy about as well is that in that AC Milan team, historically, the team has been one of the few teams, not few, but one of the teams that always has Italian starters. And looking at the probable formation for them tomorrow, I don't see one Italian. Calabria and Florenzi, they're probably going to start on the bench. And the whole starting lineup is foreigners. I know AC Milan. I'm excited to see Pulisic, what he's going to do in the Serie A. It's a more tactical league. I know he's a pacey guy, but we will see. And I know that they also picked up Musa over there, so I'm curious to see how the Americans play at this level in the San Siro for AC Milan. That's my team. They're coming to number 3. They have Pioli still, which is a good thing because it's a similar system and ideas that the players know, and they don't have to adapt to a new coach like Napoli. Juventus, if you look at the information last year, Juventus they were close to first place, but they had the deduction. So not much has changed from that team from last year. I mean, they got rid of Bonucci, they got rid of Quadrado, and I'm excited to see Timothy Weah from the U.S. team, how he's going to play over there on his role. So I think that the Juventus, they still have Allegri, which I'm not happy about because I think his football is very negative and it can be boring at times. But I think that they definitely will come in second place and even have the possibility to come in first place. So that's my top 3, and the champions, I am saying it's going to be Inter. Like I said, it could also be Juventus, but I'm going to give the nod to Inter. They have not changed much. They're still playing a 3-5-2. They got Simone Inzaghi. Thank God their second goalkeeper, Lukaku, is not going to play on the team anymore because he's blocking a lot of goals for Inter. I know.